the Hoodoo Voodoo house. Yeah, I said Hoodoo Voodoo. Um, that's my direct background, but I want to include everyone. But in essence, so what my point is that I want to be able to just use common terms that a lot of people know. And then, within each community, within each represented blue line, they have different names that they call those who hold the offices of those who service the community through spiritual work, divine spiritual. Work and the like. So again, I want to make it as general as possible so that there is no confusion, which I'm pretty sure by now most people know what you're talking about, even if you're more specific as to the community or the culture or the society you're in, whether you are serving through a temple, a mosque, a congregation of the Black church, whichever you call it. The divine spirituality connection has been a part of our culture for centuries and, of course, thousands of years. So I think it's a good time for us to do what I'm calling the old to new world reboot. And also within our platform, we've had a shift in name, which I'm excited about that. So the shift has happened with regards to the platform itself. We've gone to a new name, which is now the BM8 platform officially. Woo! Very excited because there's a lot of things that will be taken care of through the platform. A lot of different areas, topics of discussion to do with divine spirituality. So again, giving honor to those communities who have always been around, been supporting me since day one. Everyone who is new to the platform, we welcome you, most definitely. And I'm so glad to have this old school interview with a mic, y'all. I was like, okay, I'm all in on this mic. Rock the mic, freak stats. Whatever mics you want to bring to me, I'll be able to do it. But either way, I just like this old school startup for this. Also, anyone who finds themselves with questions, we're going to put out something so you'll be able to ask questions. We're going to do more lives. That's what the plan is. That's the plan right now, so that people can come on those forums and be able to ask questions. So big ups, of course, to all of my soul guides, spirit team, and of course the supreme divine cosmic force and source. And when I say force and source, the way that I acknowledge all there was, is, and is to come is that the force, of course, would be the masculine energy. And then there's a feminine energy, which would be the source. And we always say divinity. And masculine plus divinity, of course, would be masculinity. And feminine plus divinity would be femininity. So we honor those. And of course, within our culture, within the blue line, you do not have a papa without a mama. That just don't go together. Even if it's just the energy of that, the essence of that. So without getting gender specific in particular, we're talking about essence of being. It's not biological that we're talking about. So with that being said, I'm going to segue into the questions. And again, thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to do my thing, represent my blue line, the line that I come through, which I'm going to say this specifically, and I know I want to generalize it, but I have to give honor where honor is due when it comes to my bloodline that I come through both paternal and maternal. We're representing both voodoo and hoodoo in the culture, what I like to call Southern hoodoo and Louisiana voodoo. Okay, so my mama on that side, it actually, there's blurred lines, to be honest with you. But I always think about directly, my mama was more so the voodoo side and my papa was the hoodoo side, which is interesting because the way that we believe within the culture is that hoodoo is represented by masculine and voodoo is represented by spiritual. So the feminine, okay, so voodoo is spiritual and is represented by the feminine, and hoodoo is masculine and it's physical, and it's that's the representation there. So we believe that the two are married, yes, as in matrimony. So when we think of the spirits of the divine spirits that guide us into these physical bodies, being known before we were in the physical body, being prepared for this realm, the physical realm, that is the essence of the way we believe, is that our masculine half, and we believe in a half and a half and a half to make a whole, but that aspect is the hoodoo, that is the physical, that's the natural. Okay, and so we associate it with the masculine energy. Okay, then as far as the voodoo side of it, okay,